So now that we have a list of keyword ideas, what we want to do next, and the second part of our keyword research process, is really to narrow down that list by looking at the data in the Google Keyword Planner tool. We really want to make a data-driven decision about what keywords we're going after and where we're going to invest our SEO effort. So I'm going to show you how to find the monthly search volumes for each keyword in the Google Keyword Planner tool, and also how to look for terms that are really going to give high conversion and result in a sale or sign up. We want to try and avoid general keywords because usually they have much lower conversion. So let's get straight into it. So the first step for you, if you haven't already done it, will to be create a Google AdWords account. Google AdWords is the advertising platform of Google. The Keyword Planner tool is a part of that. It's free to use, and all you'll need to do is follow the prompts and set up an account. Sometimes people say that they see them being pushed towards creating an ad. You don't need to do this, but if Google does kind of push you down that path, you can always just come up to Tools, Keyword Planner. You'll be brought back to this page here, and then this is really where we can start our process off. So once we're in the Google Keyword Planner tool, what we want to do is come down to Get Search Volume, Data and Trends. Because we already have a large list of keywords, we can just paste those straight into this section, and we're going to be able to see what the monthly search volume is. So then here you can do some targeting, and you can limit the search volume that you want to see for a particular country. Because I think a lot of the market, say if I was selling drones, would be from the US, I'm just going to keep that as a US targeting. Let's search now and see what comes up. So this is fantastic now. Google is actually showing me how many searches on average in Google there are for these exact keywords. So I can see for drone that on average per month in the United States there's over 200,000 searches for this term, which is really fantastic for us to see. So how do we start to narrow down this list? Well, the first thing is to look at the keyword itself. If you were to type yourself drone into the Google search box, do you think you'd be ready to buy a drone? Do you think you'd be know much about drones? Probably not. You probably, if you're typing that into Google, you'd be maybe interested in drones, want to find out what they are, the different types. You would be much higher up the buying funnel. You'd be maybe getting interested. Something like quadcopter, if a person types that into Google, clearly they know maybe the different types of drones, and they're looking to find more information on a specific type of drone. If you type in drones for sale, obviously you're looking to maybe buy a drone, so that's a great keyword to try and rank for because it's going to lead to a sale. Similarly, UAV, as we saw, this is maybe a different category of drones, so obviously the person knows a little bit more about drones. Parrot AOR drone, someone obviously knows, if they're typing this into Google, maybe this is the best type of drone, and they're very interested in maybe buying this drone or getting more information about it. So that's the first thing. We want to look at the keyword itself and really the intention behind somebody if they type that into Google, and we want to pick the keywords that will maybe result in much higher conversions. So more specific terms, the better. Second thing we want to look at is the average monthly search volumes. Obviously, these less specific terms draw a higher amount of average searches per month, but also that average number of searches then draws more competitors, other people trying to SEO rank their sites for those terms. So it's really better to try and get lower monthly searches, maybe above 2,000 as a minimum, and if we can couple that with a more specific term, that's going to lead to less competition and higher converting keywords. So let's start actually building a new list now, and what we can do is just organize this list in terms of starting with the top monthly searches. I'm going to skip over these first few because I think they're not specific enough, and that high volume is going to draw a lot of competition from SEO. So what we can do is click this little button. It's going to build up a new list here, and this is kind of the stuff that we want to be going for. So more specific, still very good search volume. Might still be a little bit too competitive for us, but let's keep moving down. The UAS, I think this is a particular, added in, yep. Drone camera, I think that's Nixie. I looked this up. This is a specific type of drone. So if you could build a website maybe around that to get ranked for that. Our drones, let's have a look, best drones. So you can see still very good search volume for these. Here we go, drones that follow you. This is very specific. And I mean, that could be a great video, great blog post, and a link to even Amazon to sell the best drones that follow you. Drone reviews, that could be something else you could rank for as well. Arducopter, so let's have a look at this. This is obviously another brand name. Not as much search volume for this, maybe not as competitive as the AOR Parrot one that we saw, etc. So drone GoPro, there's another good one. So essentially that's what you're going to want to do. Another consideration that you can have is how many people are advertising for these keywords. So this competition here, this list, this isn't the competition of how hard it is to rank for these keywords in the search engines. This is how many people are actually bidding on this keyword in terms of advertising. It'll give you a sense maybe of how valuable the term is. And so what you can do next is, after you've looked at the keywords themselves and the average monthly searches, you can start to look at the suggested bid. So you can see here that although there's a very low number of searches, only 90 searches per month on average in the US, the amount of people bidding for this keyword is quite high, and they're bidding up to $12 per click for that one keyword, which probably makes sense over the long run because drone insurance cost, someone types that into Google, they're looking to insure their drone, which means they probably, if they have a drone, they've already spent a couple of thousand on it, which makes sense for them to buy insurance on. So this is something, if you were in that industry and you wanted to, rank for that term, you could probably, that's a very that's a very valuable term. If someone is spending $12 for 12 euros for one click, if you were to rank for that term, you'd have a lot of highly valuable traffic. Some of the stuff here, so let's add that one into our list as well. Drone insurance coverage. So there's another keyword that's related to that. Drone UAV insurance, similar term as well, actually has higher searches per month and a much lower cost. So if I were these guys, I'd be paying for this term because I get more searches for less money. UAV insurance as well. There we go, even higher. Let's keep moving down. UAV insurance cost. Let's see, UAS. Drone insurance, UAV training. This is a pretty interesting one. So if you did a training course, you know that if you were to build traffic for that, it'd be quite valuable. So that's just another way to look at this information from a conversion point of view, and also see how valuable that traffic might be. And then what you can do is take that list and paste it back into maybe your second sheet on this keyword research workbook, and now you've got a narrowed down list of terms that you think have good search volume, but also could result in high conversions, and that's really what you want.